she once lifted a dying man from the street and wiped his face with a small damp cloth. In that dim room, he whispered, "I have lived like an animal on the road, but I am going to die like an angel loved and cared for." She didn't preach. She knelt. She brought water. She stayed. If you could do one thing today that begins to heal your heart, it might be this: visit one sick person, one forgotten bed, one tired doorway. Go with gentle hands. Go with no fanfare. Go with a small clean cloth and your full attention. That's all Mother Teresa believed. Love is not just a feeling. It is a small action repeated, like a heartbeat. She would say, not all of us can do great things with great love. It's one of those small things that turn the world quietly. Like a door on a hinge you thought was rusted shut. You push. It opens. Inside is a person who has been waiting for a knock. Let's slow down together. Close your eyes for a moment then, lest you're driving, and picture one person who is unwell right now. Someone with a lingering cough. A neighbor you haven't seen. Take a walk in weeks, waiting for the afternoon sun to move across the glass. Don't rush past that face. Let it stay with you. This is your Calcutta today, not somewhere far away, not a headline. A person. Mother Teresa's life teaches us that holiness is proximity. Get near to love and let love do the work. She bent low because love bends low. She learned people's names. She listened longer than was comfortable. When asked where God could be found, she pointed to the wounds. She said, "Start at home with the person next to you." Visiting the sick is love. Standing up and walking to someone who can take me to you. I think of a small room with thin curtains and a bed pressed against the wall. A cup on the table with water that has gone warm. The hum of a refrigerator in the next room. You knock, and silence answers first. Then a voice, weak but surprised. Who is it? You say your name. You say, "I came to see you." The world changes in that small sentence. In Matthew 25, Jesus says, "I was sick and you visited me." It's simple, startling, and exact. He doesn't say, "Fix me." He says, "Visit me. Be with me. Sit in my room." Tingrivala blue weekday. Bring your presence like sunlight and stay a while. Mother Teresa lived this verse with her whole body. She held the feverish hand like it was the hand of God, because she believed it was. There is a great lie out there that unless we can cure the sickness, we shouldn't go. That unless we have expert words, we should stay away. Not true love is a healer, even when it does not cure. Time is medicine, even when it does not erase pain. Presence is a bandage, even when it cannot close the wound. Chiyovises says, "You are not forgotten, your life still matters. I am here, you might feel nervous, that's okay. How long do I say? How long do I stay? Here is a gentle path. Keep it simple. Bottle of water, a fresh apple, a soft scarf, a handwritten note, a prayer tucked inside your pocket. Knock softly, say the person's name. Ask, "How are you today?" Let them answer without interruption. If they are tired, sit close and be quiet. If they want to talk, listen. If they need help moving a chair, make space. If they need a blanket, tuck it around their shoulders. You are not there to impress. You are there to bless. I remember the way Mother Teresa talked about hands. She called them instruments of love. One hand holds, the other hand serves. When you visit the sick, your hands say what words cannot. They carry water, they straighten a pillow, they make a bed, they wash a cup, they turn off a light and whisper, "Rest now, Sarah." Hands are the language of love when the throat is weak. This kind of visit does something to you, too. It slows the pulse, it cuts through noise, it rearranges your sense of what matters. The phone loses its grip on your attention. The news cycle falls silent. Pride steps back. You feel the dignity of a person who is suffering, and it humbles you. Mother Teresa would often repeat, "The poor are great people. They have much to teach us." When you sit by a sick bed, you become a student of courage, patience, and quiet hope. You learn to measure the day differently in breaths and smiles and small mercies. Maybe you are saying, "But I'm broken too. I am tired. I am anxious. I don't know if I have anything left to give." Listen, your emptiness is not a disqualification. It might be your offering. You bring the most important thing yourself. Yes, if you are discouraged, help someone who is more discouraged. If you are lonely, sit with someone lonelier. Love multiplies in contact like a candle. No flame is lost. The room only gets brighter. There will be moments that feel awkward. Moments you feel in the way. Stay anyway. The point is not perfection. The point is presence. A few quiet minutes can be more healing than 1,000 well-meant explanations. The person you visit may cry. Let them, they may tell the same story twice. Listen again. They may close their eyes and drift. Keep your chair beside them a little longer. Mercy moves at the speed of the person who is suffering. And if you cannot go in person today, distance, allness work, then call. Leave a voice note. Send a simple prayer. Ask a neighbor to bring a warm soup on your behalf. Ask, "What do you need?" Someone to pick up your medicine. There is always a door to knock, even across a distance. Do the reachable things and turns them into miracles of comfort. In Calcutta, Mother Teresa kept a place she called the home for the dying, not to emphasize death, but to restore dignity in the last hours of life. She wanted their whole life to be seen and honored, not only their sickness. She loved the person, not just the problem. That is the heart of visiting the sick, not fixing a problem, but loving a person. Can you feel the difference? It takes the pressure off. It opens a path you can actually walk. You may be surprised by what you receive, a story of a childhood summer, a faded photograph pressed into your hand, laughter about a stubborn pet, a memory they have been waiting to share with someone who would listen without looking at the time. These are treasures, you go in hoping to give a gift you didn't know to ask for. Bring prayer, but keep it gentle. You don't need fancy words. Mother Teresa prayed with pauses, with breath, with silence between sentences. She would say the person's name and ask God to be near, like light on the bedspread. If prayer is welcome, pray it softly. Lord, be our peace here. Hold us in your hands. And if prayer is not welcome, don't force it. Your kindness will pray for you. Maybe you worry you'll say the wrong thing. Here is a phrase that rarely fails. I'm here with you. Another, you are not alone. Whisper this blessing when you leave. Peace be in this room. It's short, it's sincere. It is a seed. If someone is caring for the sick person, a spouse, a child, a friend, remember them too. Caregivers are the invisible, exhausted. Offer to wash the dishes in the sink. Offer to sit for 20 minutes so they can step outside and breathe. Ask what would actually help and believe them when they tell you. Mother Teresa would say, love to be real must cost us. It costs it costs comfort. It costs the idea that our schedule is the most important thing in the world. But love repays in a currency nothing else can buy. Peace, there is a line she carried like a lantern. The most terrible poverty is loneliness and the feeling of being unloved. Visiting the sick is the opposite of that poverty. It is love standing at a doorway with a little light. It is companionship where despair had made the room small. It is a hand on a fevered forehead saying, I see you. Let's pause here, right in the middle of this journey. Who is the one person you can visit or call today? Say their name out loud. If this helped you picture someone, share that name's first initial in the comments. If you want more gentle challenges like this, tap like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now back to the road that leads to that door. When you step into a room where someone is unwell, enter like a chapel. Lower your voice. Leave the rush outside. 'Tis notice small things. The way light falls across a pillow. The framed photo of a wedding day. The book on the nightstand with a bookmark halfway through. These details are not distractions. They are maps to the person's heart. Ask about them. Let their memories stand up and walk around the room for a while. Sometimes pain makes people quiet. Sometimes it makes them angry. Pain has sharp edges, though. You are not there to argue with pain. You are there to be soft where life has grown hard. If anger rises, let your calm be the shore it breaks on. Let your presence be the chair that does not leave. Humility is the posture of this visit. Choose the low seat. Let the person be the teacher. Ask permission before you move a thing. Honor their space, not because it is spotless or serene, but because a human being is there. made in the image of God. Every breath in that room is precious. You are a guest of dignity. Before you leave, do one concrete kindness: a glass of cold water, a fresh pillowcase, a window opened to let in new air, a trash bin emptied, a short note left on the table. I loved seeing you. I am here. You would be amazed how these tiny details change the weather of a room. They say love came and it noticed, and then the goodbye, don't make it dramatic. Make it faithful. Say, I will come again, then put it on your calendar. Keep your word. Faithfulness is love growing roots. Visiting once gives comfort. Visiting again gives hope. If your heart is heavy as you listen, because you are the one who is ill, this next part is for you. You are not a burden. Your life is still a gift. Let people love you. Let them carry the heavy bag and hold your elbow on the stairs. Your permission helps them become more human. It helps you rest. Mother Teresa would sit beside the sick and say, "You are precious to God." Not useful, not productive precious. Please hear that. You are precious. And if grief lives in your house because someone was sick and is now gone, a quiet visit to their memory can be healing too. Light a candle, look at a photo, tell a story about them to someone who didn't know them. Grief needs company. Love needs an outlet. Your remembrance visit is also an act of mercy. Mother Teresa often carried a simple image in her words. I am a little pencil in the hand of a writing God. When you visit the sick, you become that pencil. God writes comfort through your presence. God writes peace through your listening. God writes courage through your simple touch. You may never know what sentence your visit finished in someone's life, but trust that love never returns empty. Don't wait for extra time to appear like a miracle. Choose Achimi. Choose Adore. Don't let your feet carry your heart. If you stumble, if you feel unsure, bring that to God before you go. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Make me brave enough to be kind. They visit one sick person. If you can't go call. If you can't call, write a note and send it. If you can't write, whisper their name to God. Do the reachable thing. Let love start there and see how far it travels. So when you come home, wash your hands slowly, like a small goodbye and a blessing. Sit for 1 minute in quiet. Thank God for the visit and for the person you saw. Ask for another door tomorrow. Love is a habit, it grows with use. Your heart will learn the rhythm. The world will feel different because you are loving it differently. If you felt awkward or in the way, smile gently at yourself. You tried. Try again. Mercy is patient with learners. Mother Teresa, as sisters, would say, we learn in small steps and we begin again each day. So begin again. Before we end, let me place this blessing in your hands like a folded note. Peace be in the room you enter. Peace be in the sick bed. You sit beside, peace be in your hands as they serve, peace be in your heart as it heals. May your visit be simple, and may it be enough. One door, one person, one small act with great love. That is the path today. Take it